This episode of April and Jay Have No Ideas is brought to you by the Misconnection section of Craigslist, because April needs an outlet for her creepy hobby.
Neighbor down the hall, mail for woman, Park Slope. I used to live on the first floor. You did too. You used to come back late at night, a bit drunk, and I'd help you get into your apartment. I would help you unlock the door to get in, but never came in with you. I lived with my partner. Since then, it's become a fantasy. To go back in time, to be with my neighbor down the hall late at night. It's been a while, but I imagine you remember me. Posted 3 hours ago. Hi, I'm April.
And I'm Jay. We have no ideas.
And why are you talking so creepily?
I don't know.
That was really, off-putting.
I was reading something and apparently doing my intro in a sensual tone.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little weird you speaking to me in that tone of voice.
And we have no ideas.
Oh, God. It's going to be one of those nights. Yeah, that Craigslist ad was kind of rapey, it felt like.
It was a little rapey.
Okay, so I'm not the only one who thought that. It was kind of like this guy really wants to be in this woman's
space.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I got nothing.
Okay. Well. Hey. I don't know if you've got this on your list of things or if I'm just jumping right in, but did you see Apple's announcement yesterday?
I have this on my list, but
okay.
for a different reason.
Okay.
What's the Apple's? Please indulge me. What are you talking about specifically?
Can we talk about the stupid-looking fucking camera on the back?
I think it's fine. I mean, have you seen my phone?
No.
My phone has 3 lenses too, but they just go across.
Okay.
I mean, so it's not.
I don't know. Why do you need 3 lenses?
One of them's a zoom lens, one of them's a wide angle, and one of them's like a super wide angle. And surprisingly, especially when I went to Colorado, I used them all.
Okay.
So I mean, they're each kind of cool in their own right.
All right. Well.
But.
I don't like the setup of the lenses.
Okay.
It just.
Can we pause?
Yes.
Can we take that and segue into stupid people?
Sure.
So apparently, the iPhone 11 camera array is triggering people.
Yes.
With trypophobia.
Trypophobia. Yep.
People are so stupid.
Do you know what?
That is not a real fear.
Yes,
fear
it
of
is.
Small holes.
It's a fear of holes, yes. Yes.
That is the dumbest thing. I'm sorry. I'm pretty tolerant of people's fears, but that is just the stupidest.
Yes. No, it is a legitimate thing. And I heard about it for the first time watching American Horror Story Cult. One of the characters had trypophobia. And it's a real thing. It doesn't bother me. But there are certain like a beehive, or a honeycomb.
People hate the lotus plant.
People would freak out looking at a honeycomb. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's the dumbest thing. Just the dumbest.
Now, don't shame somebody's phobias and quirks.
Come on. How do you... Here's the thing. Most people's phobias are based on some sort of rational, fear.
Not necessarily. A phobia is typically an irrational fear.
Well, yeah, but of something that makes sense. What are small holes going to do? They're going to get you?
I don't know. Let's research this.
So here, I have something here from this website, the Metro, and it says the condition triggered by seeing certain arrangement of holes and is known to cause profound reactions in some sufferers, whilst bemusing people who aren't affected. To understand trypophobia, we spoke to Dr. Jeff Cole, a psychology lecturer at the University of Essex, who first published the study exploring the condition in 2013.
Okay.
He confirmed that the iPhone 11 Pro could cause trypophobia in response to some people due to the mathematical structure of the holes. The camera has the critical features necessary to cause a response because it's made up of a cluster of holes. Anything could produce this. Anything from aerated chocolate, lotus seed pods, or even brake lights on a certain car. Cole believes that most people suffer from the condition, although its severity is a matter of degree, which people fear of small holes affects some more than others. But I thought he explained it, but I guess not. Psychologist, if there was a contingent effect that is causing the reaction in people, he told us that many phobias are actually induced by the reactions of others, meaning the fear of small holes is just like many other irrational terrors, such as fears of rats, cockroaches, and other natural nasties. There's a lot of skepticism, and people say it's just a successful internet meme rather than a phobia. People look at it as a bit of a joke and think people caught trypophobia through a meme. But that's the same for most phobias. People are not born fearful of rats, spiders, cockroaches. They may see their mothers' father's fears whilst they are developing as a child and effectively catch the phobia. They've picked it up from society. So, yeah. So where do you pick up a fear of small holes from society?
Okay, so I just looked up so Jeff Cole and Arnold Wilkins of the University of Essex suggest that it may occur as a result of specific visual feature also found among various poisonous animals.
Did you say Jeff Cole?
Yeah.
That is the exact same person I'm reading. Weren't you listening?
I was, but you said you couldn't. There wasn't a reason. So
I was getting down to the bottom of the article.
In 2013, they published in the Psychological Association for Psychological Science, or Psychological Science Journal, evolutionary part of the brain telling people they are looking at a poisonous animal.
It's a phone, people.
Let's see. It's the most common phobia you've never heard of.
Oh, God, it's so ridiculous.
They compared 76 images of trypophobia objects with 76 controlled images of holes not associated with trypophobia. After standardizing various features of the image, researchers found that the trypophobic objects had a relatively high contrast energy at mid-range spatial frequencies in comparison to the control images. One trypophobia sufferer provided this guy with Cole with a clue. He had seen an animal that caused him to experience a trypophobic reaction. The animal in question, the blue-ringed octopus, is one of the most poisonous animals in the world, which led Cole to a bit of a eureka moment. They analyzed various images of poisonous animals, including the blue-ringed octopus, the deathstalker scorpion, the king cobra snake, and other poisonous snakes and spiders, and found that they too tended to have relatively high contrast at mid-range spatial frequencies. In light of this, researchers speculate that the trypophobia may have an evolutionary basis. Clusters of holes may be aversive because they happen to share a visual feature with animals that humans have learned to avoid as a matter of survival. We think everyone has trypophobic tendencies, even though they may not be aware of it. We found that people who don't have the phobia still rate trypophobic images as less comfortable to look at than other images.
I still think it's ridiculous. You're not going to win me over.
It's potentially evolutionary.
Ugh, whatever. Anyway. Not giving these people any more time on this podcast.
You are very judgy.
Topic over.
Okay, fine.
Sorry. What else?
Okay, so let me tell you my long story.
Okay.
Last episode, I talked about Penny's facial paralysis, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe.
I think I did.
You've talked to me about it, so.
I know I've talked to you about it. I thought I mentioned it on the podcast. So just a kind of a long story short to kind of get everybody caught up to date. My dog Penny has bilateral trigeminal nerve facial paralysis. So both of her eyes are currently lacking the blinking reflex, and both sides of her mouth are drooping. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So this all started right after we got back from vacation, and she had an ear infection. She had a really severe inner ear infection, and the left side of her face started drooping as a result. So we go to the vet, we get everything, they start her on antibiotics for the ear infection. She can't keep the antibiotics down. We go back to the vet the following week, and now the other eye is starting to be affected. So they treat the outer ear infection that she had, and we were going to wait and see what happened after the fact. Because while she was on the antibiotics, she started acting drunk. She stopped being able, she was getting really wobbly on her feet, was really having a hard time navigating stairs, etc., etc. So last week, I called the vet because her symptoms are getting even worse. Now the other side of her mouth is drooping. Now both eyes aren't blinking. She can't even walk downstairs. It gets really bad. So we go to the vet on last Wednesday, and the vet tells me it's not the antibiotics. They ran blood work. Blood work is coming out as normal as she can be with her kidney disease. Which, by the way, her kidney disease is stable, so that's great. They're like, you need to take her to a neurologist. So I start having, I spent all of last Wednesday hysterical in tears because she's getting worse. Over the course of 2 weeks, she's gotten far worse. So this was last Tuesday, sorry. So they're able to see her on Thursday. So my husband gets out of work early, brings her to the specialist an hour and 15 minutes away. And they're like, they were wonderful. They FaceTimed me while I was at work, while my husband was there, so that I could know what was going on in real time. And she does all of this, she does like a complete neurological exam and says, okay, well, she's got vestibular disease, and bilateral facial paralysis. So the vestibular disease is why she's wobbling and whatnot. And I guess it's because the two nerves kind of sit on top of each other. So if you have one, you're probably having the other as well. So she's like, okay, well, because it's bilateral, I'm not necessarily concerned about a brain tumor or a brain abscess because it's on both sides. But let's do an MRI. And if the MRI doesn't show anything, then we'll do a blood panel for thyroid disorders. And if that doesn't show anything, we'll do, or at the same time while she's under, we'll also do a spinal tap if necessary. So Penny stays overnight at the specialist's office, and she has her MRI last Friday, which also happened to be mine and my husband's 10th wedding anniversary.
Of course.
So I get out of work. He and I drive down the hour and 15 minutes to go pick her up. And we meet with the neurologist, and the neurologist shows us the MRI and says, there is nothing in this MRI that's showing any reason why she's having these symptoms. Her brain looks fine. There's a couple abnormalities that come with age, or, nothing we're super concerned about. So while we had her under, we did the spinal tap, and we drew blood for the thyroid test. So for now, take her home, keep her calm, make sure she's not running around, blah, blah, blah. So she seemed to kind of start getting better Sunday, Monday, even yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday I'm at work, and I get a call from the office, and it's the other neurologist that works there, because the neurologist that saw Penny was on vacation this week. So he calls me up, and he's like, we've got the spinal tap results back. Everything's fine. There's no sign of infection in her spinal fluid. There is a higher concentration of red blood cells, which could be from one or two things. It could be from the collection of the sample, because we go through, the skin, the tissue, the bone, everything. They go through everything to get to the spinal fluid. He's like, so it could be from the sampling. He goes, or it could be from the aneurysm, hematoma, brain bleed Penny has. So I said to him, nobody mentioned anything about her having an aneurysm or a brain bleed. Like, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, I'm so sorry. This other doctor had 2 patients with spinal taps, or with spinal taps pending. I'm thinking of the wrong dog. Penny's fine. Her brain looks her brain is fine. Then he gave me the couple of things that we found that were wrong with the brain that are not that a big of a deal. He goes, I'm so sorry. Wrong dog, wrong MRI, right conversation. So Penny's brain's fine. Spinal tap came back negative. He goes, I'll be talking to you probably tomorrow or the next day about the thyroid panel. So at about 5:30 this evening, I get another call from this vet. He starts the conversation with, I'm looking at Penny's paperwork. I've got the right dog in front of me. Here's what came out of the results of the thyroid panel. Everything's normal. Nothing wrong with her thyroid.
Dear Lord.
So, we are looking at idiopathic, which means there is no known cause.
That's wonderful.
So, today she's having a bad nerve day, and her mouth is back to drooping, and she was walking around a little bit drunk outside when we went out to go potty after I got home from work. So I gave her the anti-nausea medication since she's feeling the symptoms. But the doctor also said it's common in this breed. And when he saw the other doctor's schedule last week and saw that my dog was coming in with these symptoms, he turned to the other doctor and said, bet you anything it's idiopathic. They don't know why it happens when it happens in this case. She may make a full recovery. She may not. She may have this happen a number of times over the course of her life. We don't know why.
Wonderful.
So on the plus side, there's nothing that we can test for that is wrong with my dog. And therefore, treatment for this is not going to cost me an arm and a leg for the rest of her life. On the other side, the amount of money that I spent last week in order to rule everything out, yes, is, I'm not going to give the number. It's fucking astronomical.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was 4 digits. We'll just put it that way.
I'm not surprised.
So for now, until she gets the ability to blink on her own, I have to lubricate her eyes every 4 hours.
That's crazy.
Yep, I have to put like, it's like the consistency of like bacitracin. It's like a thick, clear gel.
Oh yeah, I see it. It's gross.
I have to do that to her eyeballs every 4-ish hours.
Ew.
I mean, I'm not sticking my finger in her eye. I've got like a tube that I like squeeze the stuff into her eye.
I mean, I know. It's just
listen,
gross.
Jay.
It's so gross.
Jay, every night before we go to bed because of her recurrent urinary tract infections. I have to wipe her vulva down.
Please don't use that word. Ever again in a conversation with me.
She had a vulvoplasty.
Please stop. Stop.
I know, I hate that word too, but what else am I going to say? I have to wipe down her lady bits?
Yeah,
okay,
that's
fine.
Much better.
Fine. I have to use a medicated pad and wipe down her lady bits every night.
Thank you.
You are a grown man.
I hate that word. Just the worst.
I'm not a huge fan of it either, but it's what it is.
It's not what it is.
It's what
lady
it is.
Bits.
Lady bits, fine. Sorry.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, so the eyeball thing doesn't bother me because of the other indignities that I have to suffer as a result of this dog.
Other indignities.
And every time I do it too, she just looks at me like, again with this nonsense. I'm like, you and me both, Penny. I don't want to have to be doing this any more than you want this done to you.
Just keep wiping. Yeah, that's right. That's what she's saying.
No, she hates it.
Keep wiping.
She's actually, when she's in like a cranky mood, she'll like smack my hand away with her paw. I've been kicked. Yeah. Trust me, I don't want to do it any more than she wants it done. It's gross.
Okay.
So yeah. So I've had quite the interesting couple of weeks.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what kind of things I have to talk about.
Did you want to talk about the blog thing?
We could talk about that first.
Okay.
I'm going to paraphrase something I said a couple weeks ago before reading what you said, which is, since I've only noticed this more since I started keto.
Okay.
It's especially happening on keto recipes.
Yes, which is where I happened to be last night looking for sugar-free white chocolate.
When you post your keto recipe on the internet, I don't need the story of how your grandmother emigrated from World War II Poland before you get to the fucking ingredients. Just give me the ingredients and tell me how to make the goddamn thing. I don't want your fucking story. Every fucking keto recipe, there's like a fucking story. The history of the avocado before you'll tell me how much of it I need to mix in with the fucking seasonings. I don't give a shit. Shut the fuck up and give me the goddamn recipe. It's so fucking obnoxious. It's just the worst.
Yeah. So I try to maintain a pretty sugar-free lifestyle. And I've been having a craving for like white chocolate, which is very hard to find sugar-free white chocolate unless you want to pay an arm and a leg for it.
Gotcha.
So I just happened to be Googling sugar-free white chocolate last night just to kind of see what I could find. And I saw a lot of recipes for it. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see how hard it is to make sugar-free white chocolate. And every recipe I came across was like low carb, sugar-free. And then they were all keto recipes. And it was like talking about when I was looking for a keto recipe, like going into some sort of history about why they were looking for it. I don't fucking care why you're looking for it. I don't care why you had the craving. And you have to scroll down through ads and pages just to get to the fucking ingredient list. And I was very snarky last night when I posted that because I was just like, I just want a white chocolate recipe so I could see if I could even make it. And then they give like an explanation as to why they're choosing those ingredients. Like,
unfucking believable.
This one's got lecithin in it. And the reason that I put lecithin in it is because the first time I tried to make it, I didn't use lecithin, and everything separated. So you need the lecithin, and if you want the lecithin, you can either do regular, or you can do soy, or you can do sunflower. It's like, oh my god. Just give me the fucking recipe. I don't need your life story about why you chose to use sunflower lecithin in your white chocolate recipe.
Seriously.
But it's not just keto recipes.
That's where I first experienced it, so that's why I said that.
But it's definitely in the low carb, sugar free world for sure. But even like Food Network is starting to do like, this is Reed Drummond's favorite recipe, and Reed Drummond said this about this recipe.
Fuck Reed Drummond. I don't even know who Reed Drummond is.
The Pioneer Woman.
Oh, fuck that lady. You fucking Pioneer Woman. Shouldn't even be using the internet.
Yeah, so I feel your frustration because I was getting very angry last night about it.
So fucking stupid.
It really is. Like, I don't give a shit about your life history. Or where you were on that rainy Saturday when you had a hankering for sugar-free chocolate.
A hankering?
Ooh. Weezer, Fall Out Boy, and Green Day are touring together next year.
I'm aware.
I want to go.
All right. Go on.
I'm gonna go.
All right. Let's see what we got here. How do you feel about the 1997 John Woo action joint Face Off?
They're not remaking it.
Yep.
Who's starring in it?
The studio plans to remake the film with a new cast, and 21 Jump Street and Sonic the Hedgehog writer Oren Uziel has apparently already been tapped to put together a script, so it sounds like it's going to be a comedy.
How are they going to make it a comedy? That is not a funny movie.
It'll totally be Channing Tatum and fucking
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill in Face Off.
With two completely different body types. Sorry, I let myself go.
That would be amazing. That was a great fucking movie. Oh my god. So they're remaking that. I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't have like a special place in my heart for it. It's one of those movies that if it's on, I'll leave it on, or if it happens to be on like HBO and I want to fall asleep to something.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I love the description they gave here. If you're not familiar with this, one of the most bonkers action extravaganzas of the 90s, Face Off is the story of FBI agent Sean Archer, John Travolta, and charismatic terrorist Castor Troy, Nicolas Cage, bitter enemies who, after a series of increasingly preposterous events, end up with surgically swapped faces. The result is a movie where Nick Cage needs to spend a decent amount of time acting like John Travolta, and John Travolta is required to spend a lot of time acting like Nick Cage, and some of that time as Nick Cage pretending to still be John Travolta. It's truly as fabulous as it sounds.
Oh, I mean, it's a stupid ass movie.
Like when he gets when he gets rapey with the guy's wife.
Yeah.
That was allowed in the 90s, though. So they're remaking that.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I was going to skip this story because I don't care.
Okay.
But I'll read it anyway. It's about the Hawkeye Disney Plus series.
Oh, and who they're getting as Kate Bishop?
Supposedly Haley Steinfeld, could play Kate Bishop.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't care. This Hawkeye's dumb.
You're dumb.
Whatever. He's so dumb.
You're
He's
dumb.
useless.
He's not useless. You shut your face.
You tell me what he did that was worth it. That was... We've had this conversation before. I'm not going to get back into it.
Yeah.
Let's not rehash. Let's not rehash how dumb your favorite superhero is. Don't get mad at me. Don't get mad. Don't get mad because you have poor taste in superheroes. Don't make that face. Don't type nasty messages to me.
I'm not, actually. I was texting my aunt and two of my cousins about the Green Day tour, saying, let's go, Citi Field.
Oh, would you like to record some other time? I know you're busy now.
Fuck you. I
don't want to interrupt your concert planning.
Shut up. just
I'm excited because they announced a bunch more dates for the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow. And they're coming to Hartford, Connecticut in February.
Really?
Yeah. So I got to try to get tickets for that.
Well, hold on.
They're going to Albany, too.
I had no idea that this was happening.
Yeah, they're going on tour to, like, promote the movie and, like, do screenings, I think.
Let's see. Where are they going? Because I want to go to there.
I want to go to there. Let's see. They will be going to New Jersey. Let's see. All over the country. Philadelphia, Boston,
I'm not
New
seeing
York,
Albany.
New York.
So I'm not seeing Albany. Unless it's like next year.
Next
year. Okay.
Phoenix, Tucson, Seattle.
At the Egg.
I don't know what that is. Huntington, New York. Where's Huntington, New York?
I think that's like
Tarrytown, New York.
So Huntington, I think, is like Long Island area.
Oh, what about Tarrytown?
No, that's too far. Albany's not far. Albany's an hour.
I don't see Albany. I might have been lying.
February 7th at the Egg.
I don't know what the Egg is.
It's a building that's shaped like an egg.
Oh. And then they're going to be in Hartford at the Infinity Music Hall. I have no idea what the Infinity Music Hall is.
I don't know. What day is February 7th?
Hartford, Connecticut. Yeah, like it's well after the movie comes out, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, I'm okay with that. I mean...
Oh, it's like a 500-seat thing. So it's like small.
Ooh, February 7th, a Friday. Oh, it's the week after my birthday.
Mm-hmm. I'm going.
I want to go to the Albany one. You could always come up to the Albany one too.
But I could just go to Hartford.
You could, unless it sells out really fast, and then.
Well, you don't know me.
Nope, I've just known you almost my entire life, in some way, shape, or form.
So that's a thing.
Ooh.
It's a thing you should be
I want to go to there. I'm gonna send that to my husband.
What else do I have news about? You know that CBS All Access is making The Stand?
I do know that. I don't know if I really want CBS All Access, though. It's just another fucking streaming service.
It's okay. They may have cast their Randall Flagg.
We've discussed the fact that I've never read The Stand.
Okay, well they have cast their villain.
Another Skarsgård.
In Mr. Alexander Skarsgård. Whatever.
Yes. Listen, I'll watch.
I like Skarsgårds.
I also like Skarsgårds.
No relation to Sarsgaards.
Did you watch that?
Yes.
Colbert.
Yes. What are you, 50? That program? Did you watch that program?
I didn't say program. I said, did you watch that Colbert?
I pretty sure you said program.
I said Colbert.
Whatever.
I don't refer to television shows as programs. I'm not my Nana.
Hence why I asked if you were 50.
Nope, not 50.
I still haven't watched the first It.
I have not seen the second one yet.
I heard it was very good.
I heard it was very scary and 3 hours long.
Okay, well, I guess that's all you need.
We're going to try and go probably next week sometime.
You're going to try to go sometime next week.
Yes, because you and I live 200 miles away from each other. So...
All right.
My husband and I are going to try to go sometime next week.
Let's see. So, as of right now, so CBS has officially announced several other major cast members, as revealed on ABC's The View.
Ooh.
Whoopi Goldberg, Jovan Adepo, Owen Teague, Brad William Hankey, and Daniel Sunjata.
I know who Daniel Sunjata is.
Sunjata. Goldberg is starring in the series as Mother Abigail, a blind prophet essential to humanity's fight for survival. Adepo stars as Larry Underwood, a struggling drug-addicted musician. Teague will play Harold Lauder, a survivor torn between good and evil, and Hankey will play Tom Cullen, a developmentally disabled man who becomes a valuable ally.
Daniel Sunjata was on... Let's see. Why is this just giving me the biography? Give me his, IMDb shit.
James Marsden, Amber Heard, Odessa Young, and Henry Zaga are also going to be in it.
Daniel Sunjata was on Rescue Me.
Nah,
and
never watched it.
He was on the USA show Graceland.
Never watched it.
Ooh, that was a really good, underrated, show.
I'll take your word for it.
It was really good.
So that's Stephen King news for this week.
Okay.
Have you ever wanted to smooch Colonel Sanders?
That was an interesting question. No.
Oh. Well, in case you did, quote, there are ad campaigns, and then there's whatever KFC just did. An official dating sim starring a hunky anime version of KFC's mascot, Colonel Sanders, has dropped on Steam. It's available soon, and you can totally romance the king of fried chicken himself.
Wonderful.
I Love You, Colonel Sanders is the name of the game. According to the Steam page, you're a student at a culinary school, and your classmate is the colonel himself, because of course. You're joined by a clumsy best friend, a couple of heated rivals, and a dog who is also a professor, appropriately named Professor Dog. I Love You, Colonel Sanders, a finger-licking good dating simulator, follows you, a promising culinary student, as you try to date your classmate, Colonel Sanders. The game's description reads, throughout your journey, you'll be faced with life-changing decisions that will affect your chances of friendship and love. But be careful, your choices have real consequences with real animated characters' feelings at stake.
Why? Why?
Aside from all that, I Love You, Colonel Sanders' Steam page says it includes 9 characters, multiple hours of playthrough, a secret ending, secret recipes, and 11 herbs and spices.
Oh, Sean Astin is currently playing the new Colonel Sanders, I think.
He sure is. As Rudy, as Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
Rudy, too. I don't get this Colonel Sanders shit.
I don't either.
It's bothering me.
I don't understand why they keep changing out.
I just need you to... Hold on. I need you... I need you to see this, though.
Okay. What am I seeing?
I want you to see the Colonel Sanders from this game.
Oh my god! It's like Have you seen that dating simulator game? It's like Dating Daddy or something like that.
Yes.
That's what Colonel Sanders. My email keeps popping up for some reason.
This is Professor Dog.
Oh my god.
2 potential partners.
Why?
That guy.
Why are we like in it? It's like anime.
Yeah, I just said that.
No, you didn't.
I absolutely did.
Did you?
A hunky anime version of KFC's mascot, Colonel Sanders, has dropped on Steam.
I must have missed the part about anime because I was laughing. This
missed
is
it because you're not listening to a word I say.
I'm listening. Shut up. That is terrifying.
Yeah, sure is.
And I don't know why. I don't know why. Like,
it's the shitty ass world we live in now, folks.
Good lord.
Moving on.
So Jason texted me. I need to share this awfulness.
Like a different
No,
Jason?
you. No, you.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, first of all, you sent me. Did you buy those handy snacks, by the way, or did you see them in the grocery store?
No, I just saw them in Target, and I saw Mr. Salty on them, and I thought it was an apt name for an apt nickname.
Mr. Salty.
I figured if we do ever get those friend tattoos, you can get the salty girl, and I can get Mr. Salty the pretzel. Because we're both different types of salty.
We really are. So yeah, Jay just sends me a picture of handy snacks with pretzels named Mr. Salty, and then just underneath it, just in parentheses, me. But on Monday, Jay sends me a text message that reads as follows: Sharon Carter put her tongue in her uncle's mouth. That is all.
It is all.
But did she? Because
time travel?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. For all intents and purposes, yes, she did.
It's a different... No, wait a minute.
It is. It's a different Steve. It's a pre Uncle Steve.
But it's not, because it's the same Steve.
Nope, it's before Steve went back and stayed in 1945.
Right, but it's the same. But the Steve that went back and stayed in 1945 is the same Steve that kissed Sharon, because that Steve messed with the timeline.
Correct. However, it's before.
It's a different Sharon. It's a different Sharon.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's a different Sharon, because our Steve.
Yeah.
That kissed Sharon.
Yep.
Then went back in time.
Yep.
And lived with Peggy happily ever after.
Correct.
That Steve went on a separate journey in a separate timeline.
It's the same Steve. There's only one Steve.
It's the same Steve. It's a different Sharon. So the Sharon Carter that kissed Steve is a different Sharon Carter that's born in the timeline where Steve is her uncle.
I would love to see a movie of just his second run through everything.
So would I.
Like her finding out that nonsense and like...
What nonsense?
Just being like, hey, remember that time we kissed? And now I'm your uncle.
Why would he ever bring that up? He wouldn't.
It would be hilarious.
I just feel like Charlie Day with those papers again.
He would bring it up because in my philosophy, he's getting a second life, and he figures, man, I was so good in my second life that I'm just going to be real douchey the second go around.
He would never be douchey.
So
he's too pure.
So Steve Rogers just turns into a douche deadbeat husband.
No, stop it.
So in reality, it wasn't that he was hiding the whole time. It was that he was an alcoholic and had a gambling addiction, and he was just never around for his wife.
No.
He spent all his days at the track.
I also read somebody said Captain America's a homewrecker because Sharon got married, Peggy got married, had a family, blah blah blah. He went back in time and said, "Fuck that shit. Now it's my turn." Which leads me to question: do you think that the writers of Agent Carter,
it's just an infinite loop,
knew? And
I
that's
feel
why
like I read something that said this was always the. No, probably not.
And that's why she never got together with anybody romantically?
I don't know. Didn't Kevin Feige say that he's pretty much had all of this planned out for years?
He probably has.
So there was probably a thought in his mind that he was like, somehow I'm going to get them back together. I don't know how yet, but just say that her husband's nowhere around. I don't know. It is what it is.
I just want to know if they had children.
Well, of course they had children. Super babies. Did they inherit powers? That's the other question.
I don't know. Can that be something that's transmitted?
I mean, it's chemicals.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that something that can be transmitted, like, passed down? Well, actually, yes. I think it can, because didn't they use Steve's blood to... Oh, no, they tried to recreate the serum. It was a different version of the serum that they gave Bucky, and that they gave Natasha.
So, according to this article that I'm reading, joining throughout the journey have been Marcus and McFeely, who created Agent Carter and have been the writers on the entire Captain America trilogy. Thinks this long history with the MCU and Captain America, they were the perfect fit. They did so by having him go back in time and live out his life as he always wanted. The implications of this have been debated, as Marcus and McFeely disagree with the Russo brothers' explanation. McFeely has always been the intention. McFeely, it was always our intention that he was the father of those two children. But again, there are time travel loopholes for that. It does introduce the idea that there are two children who have somewhat super soldier DNA. So if this really was Marcus and McFeely's original intent for Captain America's arc, then this really was a great job on their part by seeing their vision through all the way to the end.
Okay.
So, yeah, they claim they planned it from the beginning.
All right.
Good for them.
They say so.
Yeah. Back to Apple for a minute.
Okay.
Speaking of being sick of streaming services, want to talk about Apple Plus for a minute? Or Apple TV Plus?
Sure.
They got some big name stars in these upcoming shows. So I don't know if you were up on the announcements. They have a couple shows coming. One of which is called The Morning Show. It's modeled after a Good Morning America type show, starring Jennifer Aniston, Steve Carell, and Reese Witherspoon. And I guess it's supposed to be quite dramatic, where Steve Carell and Jennifer Aniston are like super dysfunctional morning show hosts.
That could be fun.
Like super mean, like this, yeah, really really bad. There's a futuristic drama called C.
With Jason Momoa.
Where everybody's basically blind after an apocalypse.
Yeah.
And then he has two kids that can see.
Yeah.
Haley Steinfeld is starring in an Emily Dickinson show.
Okay.
She plays Emily Dickinson.
All right.
Because why not? There is a show called For All Mankind that reimagines the space race. It's a what-if type series, take on history from Ronald D. Moore, who made Outlander, Battlestar Galactica. Spotlights the lives of NASA astronauts, the heroes and rock stars of their time and their families, as if the global space race never ended.
Okay.
Whatever that means. Let's see what else. There's a documentary about elephants. There is a kids show with puppets. Do you remember the show Ghost Rider from when you were a kid?
From when we were kids?
Mm-hmm.
Not. Yes-ish.
Well, they're remaking that. When a ghost haunts a neighborhood bookstore and starts releasing fictional characters into the real world, 4 kids must team up to solve an exciting mystery surrounding the ghost's unfinished business.
Ghost writer, not writer.
Ghost Writer.
Yes. Not motorcycle fireball face.
Not motorcycle fireball face. Literary educational PBS show.
I feel like Ghost Rider, though, was a little bit after we were kids. Like, I feel like we were on the cusp of, like, being too old for that.
Remember Wishbone?
Yes, I do remember Wishbone.
I like that dog. Let's see. There's a movie coming out called Snoopy in Space.
Okay.
Blast off with Snoopy as he fulfills his dreams to become a NASA astronaut. Joined by Charlie Brown and the rest of the Peanuts gang, Snoopy takes command of the International Space Station and explores the moon and beyond.
Okay.
Because nobody asked for that shit.
Nobody asked for any of this.
A drama called Hala. A TV show called Servant, starring Rupert Grint.
Okay.
It's from M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh.
It's a bit tragic of a story, though. Might be a bit tough for some people to watch.
Why? What's it about?
Servant follows a Philadelphia couple in mourning after unspeakable tragedy creates a rift in their marriage. So take that the way you will. There's a picture of
Oh.
So there's that.
So it's a show I won't be watching.
It's a show you won't be watching. And then there's this one called Truth Be Told.
Is it like
Sounds
Unsolved
kind of
Mysteries?
interesting. What's that?
So is it like Unsolved Mysteries?
Sort of. So descend into the world of true crime podcasts. New evidence compels podcaster Poppy Parnell, Octavia Spencer, to reopen the murder case that made her a media sensation. Aaron Paul stars as the man she may have wrongfully put behind bars.
Yes, I'm all over that. You had me at Aaron Paul.
Octavia Spencer, Lizzie Kaplan, Aaron Paul, Elizabeth Perkins, Michael Beach, Mackay Pfeiffer, Tracy Toms, Hanifa Wood, and Ron Cephas Jones. Cephas Jones. I like Ron Cephas Jones.
I'm excited about this one. See, I wasn't going to get Apple TV Plus, at least at first.
I mean, I don't know what it costs.
$4.99.
That's it? $4.99?
Yep. They also had Apple Arcade.
I saw that $4.99 to play like 100-something games, but you can only play them on your iPhone or iPad or computer.
Yeah.
They're trying to go up against Google Stadia.
Oh, is that what it is?
So they said, well, you can play your games offline and like you don't need an internet connection. Yeah, but Google Stadia has full on games that you can play on the TV, like with a controller and everything. Which, by the way, that's going to be the future of gaming. No more game discs, no more nothing. You're just going to stream all your games for a monthly service. And I am fine with that.
I'm looking at what they have for this Apple Arcade. There's like
supposedly like 400 games or
Lego
something.
Brawls. Something called Hot Lava.
Hot Lava?
Don't touch the floor because it's lava.
Oh my god. You'll be able to play the game either way.
I love Hot Lava. There's a Bermuda Triangle. I mean, it looks like it might be okay. I don't know.
We'll see. By the time we finish paying for all these services, we'll still be paying more than cable.
Somebody did the math with all of the streaming services, including like Stars, HBO, like everything. Mm-hmm. And for any possible streaming service, it's like $90 when everything is added up.
Really?
Yeah.
$90 a month to like subscribe to everything that's on the market right now.
Yeah.
That's so much less than what I'm paying.
Hey, I'm paying $70 for internet. And
Yeah.
then
I'm thinking about finally doing it and going to Sling, because Sling is cheap and has pretty much everything now. And I think the biggest holdout
it's probably
was for like
Viacom.
CW,
Yeah.
and CW is on something now.
It's on Google TV.
I think that's what it is.
Cuz we record Whose Line.
Where to watch CBS? CW is on Fubo TV. I don't know what Fubo TV is. Hulu with live TV, I think, has CW now.
Yeah, it does.
So, yeah, I think between Hulu with live TV and like everything else, I think we'll pretty much be good.
Yeah, I have to look and see if there's, because I like Google TV. It's a little bit pricey. It's not Google, YouTube TV. It's a little bit pricey. It's like $49.99 a month. Yeah.
Wow.
So it is a bit up there, but it gives you your live channel. I mean, like, it gives you like your local channels. It's got unlimited DVR. And it gives me everything except like the Viacom channels. So like your MTV and
I don't need that
those
crap.
things, which I can get other ways.
Yeah, I don't need that crap.
I mean, once more streaming stuff comes on the market, I may have to like get rid of the Google or get rid of the YouTube one. If other things offer other options that are the same.
Right. Well, we'll see. So that's really all I have. Let's end with something funny.
I got you covered.
I know.
So tonight it's kids who accidentally texted their parents very embarrassing messages.
Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Daughter. This is a conversation between daughter and parent. OMG, last night was so much fun. Thanks for covering for me, Sarah. Sideways smile. Mom in all caps. Get home right now, young lady. We are having a talk. Daughter. Oh, Mom. Sorry, that was for Sarah. I meant to say thanks for covering me, Sarah, because it was raining so hard. Mom responds, oh, okay, have fun, sweetie. Daughter. OMG, Sarah, I just sent my mom a text that was supposed to be for you. She almost found out me and Adam had sex. Mom. Home. Now. Okay. Then we have a conversation between mom and child. So the child says, after you give me that real striptease, I'm going to sit you in that chair and ride your cock. Well, that was embarrassing. Please disregard. Mom responds, what? I don't think you meant to send me that message. The child. So, are you making that pie from scratch? Mom. Really? LOL. Child. I'm just going to jump off a balcony now. Love you. This is a conversation between... Hey, babe, I got the condoms like you said. Tonight's going to be great. I can't wait. This other person responds, sigh, I knew this day would come. At least you kids are being safe about it. The other person responds, OMG, Mrs. A? Oh, shit. And the caption is, only thing worse than texting your mom is texting your girlfriend's mom.
Oh, no. I assumed that's what it was, but...
All right. Mom and child. Last night was so much fun. We have to do it again next week. I can't believe Amber did a keg stand. Mom responds, I know, it was crazy, but how did you sneak out without getting caught? Don't you guys have an alarm? Child says, it's easy, just put a magnet on the alarm and pop the screen off your window, lol. Mom says, I'm drilling your screen to your window frame. Child says, what? Mom responds, look who you're texting. Child and mom, I have the $45. Let's get plan B before my mom gets home. Mom responds, better hurry, I'm down the street. We'll talk when I get home. Let's see. We were in a store at Epcot and I saw this Elsa thing I really wanted and I was like, well, you buy this for me. I'll do anything if you do. To which he responded, give me head. And then I looked him in the eye and said, yeah, sure. OMG, wrong person. I meant to send you the one about Star Wars. I'm done with life. Mom responds, oh my gosh, you are so bad. Child then goes, oh my gosh, pretend that didn't happen. I'm crying now. I'm so sorry. You can disown me now. If you click the link I posted on Facebook, you can watch the Star Wars fireworks live at 9:30. That's what I meant to copy.
Oh, people.
Mom and child. I just want to sit on your lap and make out. Mom responds, you're not really my type, hun, but we should really have a talk soon. This child texted their mom, I'm assuming to their partner, OMG, this fucking dog just shit out our last used condom from last night.
Oh no.
Okay, a parent and a child. Child says, good morning, beautiful, kissy face, heart eye emoji. Twerk now. Parent responds, thank you, my handsome son. I can't twerk right now at work. I have to stretch out first so I don't pull a butt muscle. However, I hope that the girl that text was meant for has enough respect for herself that she doesn't have to shake her ass to get attention from boys.
Oh no.
This one. Sorry, I can't come. My dad's being a dick. Dad responds, sorry, I'm such a dick, Lauren. You will live. Okay, this is between a mom and a child. The child says, thank you, sideways smiley face, for the amazing night and blowing my back out. Mom responds, what? What's wrong with your back? Are you okay? Honey, I got preggo like you wanted. Sideways smiley face. Dad says, you did what? Child says, sorry, Dad, that was meant for Matt. Dad says, you still didn't explain to me why you were pregnant. Child says, I'm not. Oh, I was talking about the Prego tomato sauce. Dad says, don't scare me like that again. That's not really great. Okay. This one's not cringeworthy. This is a supportive parent. I'm going to beat the shit out of you on Monday. Mom says, excuse me, look who you're texting. Child says, OMFG, I'm so sorry, Mom. I meant to send that to Maddie. Mom says, why do you want to beat up Maddie? She's such a nice girl and you're grounded for a month, by the way. Child says, Mom, she called me a bitch and she said that I took after my whorish mom and that you're a slut and that her dad said you used to be a stripper. Is that true, Mom? Mom responds, kill the bitch. Okay. If my family asks, just say you're my quote-unquote roommate. I can't deal with this coming out shit right now. Mom responds, okay, so would you like me to pretend I didn't see that? And continue pretending not to know that what I've always known since you were 5? The child says, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. Mom says, can't wait to meet your quote-unquote roommate, XOXO. This child texted their father, are you going to get protection so you don't tap out on me tonight? Or am I going to have to wear you out again? And Dad responds, what are you talking about? Sexy man, I want you here. Dad responds, I think you meant that text for Andy, not me, but I am sexy, just ask Mom. Child responds, ha ha ha, yes, that was meant for Andy. My phone sent it to you by accident, lol. Dad says, love you, baby. Mommy laughed too. Child says, ultimate fail. I'm guessing this is an adult.
I'm assuming.
Let's see. Some of these are kind of stupid. This sounds something like something my dad would have said. So this child says, I want to punch her in the eye with a rusty fork. Well, this is awkward. I didn't mean to text that to you. Hi, Dad. Dad says, LOL, hi, Katie. Don't forget to wear gloves. Keeps fingerprints off the fork, even if it is a rusty one. Katie responds, my favorite part of this is how you don't even question who it is. Dad says, the less I know, the less I can say during the interrogation. This is an odd one. These are really old. Like, you should see the way that these text messages are, like, set up. Child says, Rack City bitch, Rack City bitch. Oh, sorry, Mom. I meant to send that to a friend. Mom says, it's okay. 10, 10, 10, 20s on your titties, bitch.
That's the greatest response ever.
Right? Let's see. That awkward moment when you forget Mom's in on the group text. Let's see. Rumor has it, y'all thinking I'm doing the nasty on the low. Sup with that? Someone else responds, OMG, what? It's called Tiffany drools from time to time. Somebody else, maybe Mom, does the question marks with a gif of Drake. And that person, I'm guessing Tiffany, says, I just want to clear things up. Then goes on to say that awkward moment when I forgot Mom was on this group chat. Somebody else says OMG. And then that original person, I'm guessing Tiffany, just texts a bunch of stuff. Like just letters and key smashes. And then somebody else responds, ha 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 ha. And then Mom responds with, have you and Gabriel had sex on the couch?
These are getting weird.
They really are.
All right, one more.
Let's see. I'm trying to find... Oh, hold on. I'm trying to find a good one. There's no more good ones.
Fair enough.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, well. I'm going to do better next time.
I'll try. I'll find some more funny stuff to talk about. Oh, well, text to Mom, not for a little. We should leave for MMA at 5:10ish. Mom says okay. Then the kid responds, chronic masturbation, Xbox and MMA, not sure which order yet. Shit that was supposed to go to Tommy as a joke.
It was all right.
Yeah. They can't all be winners.
Just like these episodes.
Yeah.
All right. As is the customary at this point, I will give you informations on socials things, such as email addresses, like April and J have no ideas at gmail.com, or Twitter handles, A and J have no ideas, or Facebook, the entire title of our show.
Yeah.
You should go to one of those places and say some things. I want someone to send us an email. It hasn't happened yet. I just want an email. Even if it's just, hey guys, how's it going?
Yeah.
Just wanted to send you an email and say, hey, okay, have a nice day.
I've got a good one for you. Sorry, this is a parent to a child. Or a child to a parent. Mom, are you out of yoga class yet? Mom says, on my way home. Sorry I'm late. The instructor had a shart, and we had to call an ambulance. Stroke. He had a stroke. Dance Autobot. Damn
Autobot.
Damn autocorrect. Child says, ooh, I want to laugh, but I'd find that kind of rude. Mom goes, shut up. Dance Autobot.
Dance Autobot, the name of this episode.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
Okay. Did you tell people that we're on like Stitcher and shit?
Oh
We're
yeah.
we're not on SoundCloud because SoundCloud's terrible.
iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Google Music, I think.
Spotify.
I gotta write this stuff down.
It's been a long day.
SoundCloud is the typophobia of podcast hosting things. I'm tired.
Clearly.
I just don't have it in me anymore today.
Sorry.
Things went downhill fast.
It happens.
As per the usual.
Yeah. I gotta feed these puppies.
All right.
Well, on that... What?
The way you were having a conversation with me, I was like, did you forget we're actually still recording? We didn't close out this episode? You just seem to be having a conversation with me. I don't think anybody wants to know you want to have to feed the dogs. I was waiting for you to go, all right, well, I'll see you later.
No, I knew we were still recording.
Checking.
Yeah, I gotta go feed the dogs and make my dinner.
All right.
So I've been April.
I've been Jay.
And I don't even know what's happening anymore with these ideas.
I'm tired.